Pepe holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about everything Pepe, understanding what's happening. I'm sure you're looking at the screen and you guys are well aware as to, what has happened. Market has gone down furthermore. Obviously, we heard about tariffs being announced, obviously that putting the sell pressure. But guys, regardless of the tariffs or not, I've said this 1,000 times. I think, we would have seen these prices really become a reality, especially after losing such a key support line, which we were bouncing back and forth above and consolidating quite nicely for about, 2 to 3, 4 months actually. So again, not a surprise to anyone on this channel, but let's take a closer look. Pepe down 13.3% right now with the price currently sitting at 73.91, 5 zeros in front of the price, down 6% in Bitcoin and about 4% in Ethereum comparative. Market cap at about $3.1 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about $900 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So the holder count, 407,458 holders, still increasing day by day. But if you're looking at the entire meme coin market cap, guys, this is scary. And I'm going to be quite frank with you. This is indeed really scary because the entire market cap for the overall meme coin market cap combined, is $56.7 billion. And it has gone down quite substantially. Meme coins have been impacted quite heavily over the last few months. And again, it goes back to what I've said 1,000 times. Meme coins bring absolutely zero utility. They don't have any use cases. So, of course, it's a supply and demand, obviously thing that really takes place. And obviously, you need to keep that factor in mind. You want to lock those profits in when you see them. I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it again. And I'm sure all the newcomers that are coming into the crypto space and, this is your first time seeing these types of price actions, I'm sure you guys are learning that, you really want to be locking in profits. Do not listen to the comments on Twitter. Because, whenever, the conversation comes up upon, profit taking, most people just are like, oh, why are you telling us to lock in profits? This is the worst thing to be saying. And then now people are regretting not locking in profits, right? So let this be a learning lesson for you guys. But, quite a heavy pullback, yet again, double digits drop. A lot of fear across the crypto space, but we're going to really analyze and understand, whether or not we could see more downside. So, of course, as far as the dominance is concerned, currently sitting at 60.7%, it hasn't really changed, which again is a good sign. Especially, when you see Bitcoin retracing the way it did. But yeah, Bitcoin is sitting right below $80,000. And at this point, guys, we know the importance of the $80,000. I've been talking about this. But, in a short summary, we are not anywhere near where, we could say, we're in the safe zone. Because right now, there's not much support where we are at. And if Bitcoin does not hold this support, down we go to $77,000 and potentially even retesting $73,600 for the first time since November 7th. So, these are some realistic things to be looking out for. With that said, if you're looking at Pepe, Pepe did actually end up dropping quite heavily since yesterday. So again, we have seen a drop of about a 14.38%, obviously being supported by significant support that we have built up over the last few months. But, this support obviously is quite important, as you know. But, obviously, if we don't hold this support line, the chances of us going down to the likes of the 6950 zone, even most importantly, down to the major level at the 6500 is still definitely a possibility. And I spoke to you guys about this literally yesterday, and that would be a 12.84% move towards the downside. And I still do believe that, these are some realistic things to be looking out for, considering, what we're looking at with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is not showing any signs of, showing any sort of excitement or any sort of relief. We might see, now hear me out, we might see a dead cat bounce. We've seen a few dead cat bounces over the last few weeks. We might see a bounce back into the 38.2, hovering around the 85K, but again, nowhere close to where you actually want to see the price of Bitcoin sitting at. So right now, if you're looking at Pepe, we spoke about in the past about, the upward trajectory, the higher lows that we've been seeing. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people are going to come out and say, Crypto ZX, well, this overall upward trajectory has been invalidated. But believe it or not, we actually still have not invalidated that. that gets invalidated once we drop below the 58.92, and that itself is quite a large pullback. If you want to put that into perspective, that's a 21.36%. So obviously the chance of that happening is still there. Dominance holding the way it is really, holding quite well. And, you guys want to be actually thankful for the dominance for it to, hold the way it is. But the chances of us going down to that is really high right now. And again, if obviously drop below this upward trajectory that we're in gets completely invalidated. But if you want to look at it from an all-time high perspective, we have seen a drop of about 73.8% for Pepe. Obviously, compared to May, we did see a drop of about 65% then, and back on March, we saw a retracement of about 62%. Obviously, this retracement is a little large because, of course, Bitcoin did have quite a major swing, but I still do believe, the bull market is not over, considering, historic price patterns. Look at, what happened with Bitcoin last cycle, and I still do believe something like this can occur. But that does not mean more downside could not be coming in the next few days to come. So let me know down below what you guys think. Of course, what do you think the month of March is going to look like? Today's the last day of the month of February. Let me know down below what you guys think. We'll see you later from Crypto ZX, and peace out.